actually first heard about Bitcoin itself when I think 60 Minutes did a story on it many years ago. Yeah, and at that time I thought, ooh, I think that's going to be something. But many years passed by, and then just before the boom a couple of years ago, I bought some Bitcoin, and that was the beginning of my love affair with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and all of those sorts of things. I just love it. It's not just about the money and all of that. It's the whole concept of what it can offer. For me, is just wonderful.
As a merchant, what are you dealing with? I mean, is it an exciting technology that people are using a lot? Is it something that a lot of tourists use? What's the experience?
I have to say that we don't trade a lot with it. But I feel as though I'm sort of at the coalface, just at the beginning. So for me, it's a way to spread the word to people. So I tend to ask people, would they like to pay with Bitcoin rather than it coming the other way around? So it just sort of drip feeding people into the notion of it, because there is a lot of resistance to this kind of prospect, but I think we have to be the foot soldiers, making people aware at the very least of what it's capable of.
And what is it capable of for you? I mean, it's uncensorable, it's global. What is it about it that you love?
For me personally, as a merchant, it's the whole peer-to-peer thing. It's a customer pays for a product, I provide the product, and I get paid, which is not what happens in the normal FPOS environment. So for me, that's a very big deal, and I feel like banks, I get scammed by banks all the time, and that does really become very tiresome, and I just want to stick it back to the banks basically and say, well, no, there actually is an alternative, and that's why I've chosen to use Bitcoin Cash, and the thing is, there is an alternative, and this is what it is. Yeah.
That was embedded into the original white paper, 2009, heart of the recession. That white paper was written with very radical anti-bank, institution language. It was incredible. How much do you use it in your personal life?
I am not underwritten. I just keep the Bitcoin because I just think of the potential that it has. So I'm just gathering whatever I can. Yeah. So that's for me. I don't really spend it a lot, but I can see its capacity to be an exchange. Yeah, that's right. So, but for me, that's not what it's about. For me, it's gathering as much Bitcoin Cash as I can possibly have.
Now, why would a town like Townsville become like the center of this currency as far as it goes with merchants and integration? Why here?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a community of people who are willing and eager. I don't know. Code Valley being here is certainly, and really, Townsville is a very unlikely space to have what we've got here. Yeah. So Noel from Code Valley is certainly, he's our leader kind of thing, He's the one who gets them started it all and has the momentum and all of that sort of thing. And I don't think you can undervalue the enthusiasm that he has for it, and that transfers across to everybody, It's just that he creates an exciting environment, and he's keen, and he creates that keenness everywhere he goes, So I don't know why it's Townsville. I don't know why. But it is, and so sometimes don't sweat it, Just it is, and let it be.
What are some of the thing or concerns that you may have? I mean, like some merchants, especially those who hold like you do, are worried about the stability sometimes or whatnot. Are there any concerns that you have or ways of improvement, things that can be improved here?
Life goes up and down. The value of your superannuation goes up and down. So I just think people need to not worry so much about that, you know. The price of tomatoes goes up and down, you know. People need to realise that the value of their dollar goes up and down, as does this. And don't worry so much, you know. And I realise that it is volatile and it does frighten people, that particular aspect of it, but so does everything else.
But I mean beyond just price. I mean, at the hotel I'm staying at, while I booked it with Bitcoin Cash, I still had to put down a credit card for staying there.
Yeah.
There are some, I guess, blind spots or missing holes to the equation here. Are there any that you see in front of you, or what can we improve on? Yeah, what can. And just a general question about what we can improve on, but what are the missing holes that we have?
Yeah, for me, there definitely are some things that are missing. And I think part of what's missing is how people actually get money in their wallet in the first place. So that the whole having to go through an exchange to put your money into your wallet, that is a problem. And for people who are not familiar with what you have to do, it can be a bit daunting. So I think that's a bit of a roadblock for a lot of people. It's not easy to do all that. And if you're not used to doing that sort of thing, and I wasn't when I did it, I had to watch a few YouTube videos and how-tos to achieve what I needed to do. But it was also 3-4 years ago now. Whether it's become easier to do now, I'm not sure, but that was definitely a difficult thing to do.
How long has your shop been up and running?
I've been in business for quite a long time, but this particular store is over 4 years. I've been accepting Bitcoin Cash all of this year, so it's been a little while now, and well, I've got staff who have absolutely no knowledge of Bitcoin Cash who are using it, have no problem doing that whatsoever, and actually find it quite easy to do. So, that's not the difficult part. It's getting people to understand how good it actually is,
Now, after this conference, you going back to work, and do you also pay any of your employees in Bitcoin Cash?
No, I don't. I don't, because whatever I get, I'm keeping. Yeah, but certainly it's created interest for them as well. And I do get people saying, "Oh, what's this all about?" So I think the more people that use it creates the momentum that makes it bigger and better. Yeah.
Any last thoughts about how to grow and continue moving forward?
Oh, well, I've seen a couple of presentations today that are that exciting. I think that is definitely, spreading the word is definitely an area that needs some attention. We've got the technology now, and we just need to make people understand what it is that we've got. So I think marketing is definitely something that needs attention.
Thank you so much. It was a great interview.
Thank you.